I guess you're stuck with me. I found this other filter up here. I guess I get tunnel vision, sometimes, and I don't notice things first off. I'll have to look at what I'm looking at, and then, oh, looky there. But I turned off the map, and it's pretty simple to do, but I'm afraid I'll mess my terms up, search terms up again. And see, I set 6 filters on this. And I don't really want to look at that one in neighborhood Palestine East because there's no photos. If I visit these places, I want to look at photos. But this looks like it's got, some trees for shade. You could be out in your yard. It's also in Palestine East. And I repeat myself, I don't know anything about these neighborhoods. I would have to either ask my sister, the great Carol, about them, and she might not actually know either, would have to find out from someone else. But they've got all kinds of family up there, so if I really was that interested in something and I plead to her, Carol, please find out about this neighborhood for me, she probably would because she's a nice person. But I had set my limit, I believe, on this one for 6,000, and this shows the current assessment on this one that I want to look at next, just for the cause of my audience, if I ever really get one, because I don't really ever get any much views on mine. Um, and their asking price is $3,333.50. Don't ask me why 50 cents on the end, because I really don't know. But let's take a look, just for the sake of looking. Oh, it's got the stone pillars for the porch. Looks like siding. It's a little blurry though, when they don't have any inside pictures. And I really detest that they don't have inside pictures. Because I think they ought to. It doesn't take that long. Get you some summer help. Get those kids some the cameras going and get in there and snap some pictures and sell these things. So anyhow, 2-bedroom, 1-bath, single-family house. Please call our office for availability. That's another thing. If they're not available, get them off of there. What do we need them in our way for? Narrow it down. That's what you're supposed to be doing anyway. Supposed to be getting rid of them. Why are you sticking them up there if they're not available? Just to have us call? We'll have time to call, We're busy. Busy people out here in the world. Now see, I did screw up my whole search thing again. Kansas City Land Bank, would you please fix it so after I do the filters the first time and I turn off this map and I click a property after my search is applied and I get my string of properties to look at, that when I go back, I don't have to go through all this filter again. You hear me? I'm old. I don't like to have to deal with all this. What I could do is just put the max price, 6 grand, okay? Then forget all this other thing for now, because I'm really not in the market uh, for properties myself. But then see, there's one finally with only a map. They don't have the pictures, and I want to see pictures. By golly. We go to the next page. Well, I guess I should reset my search terms, so maybe we'll get pictures. Or my filters, just apply number of bathrooms. You want one, of course, possibly as high as 2.5. Bedrooms, 2 to 3. Using myself as an example, one room could be a craft room and one room could be an office. That's how I look at it. You go back up here and hit apply. You're not applying for the property, you're only applying your search terms to your search. And I believe that was the one we already just looked at. Let's scroll through here. I did see a cute little A-frame, but let's turn off the map first and foremost. Then maybe we'll... Little A-frame. And I really don't like to see windows all boarded up. But you know, in some neighborhoods that just happens. And I noticed that this one doesn't look like, from this tiny thumbnail image, to be all boarded up. You know, 2 stories and an attic. Or at least a crawl space with a doghouse out the front there. And maybe a basement as well. Neighborhood Wendell Phillips. Current assessment $3,488. Asking price, ta-da, it's under $3,000. Go figure. I mean, in a house like that, it might be worth that price just for the recyclable materials in it. Cabinets, flooring, door casings, windows, whatever else. Go think about that. But here's the apply button actually. In case, someday I decided, I'll just apply for one, on a whim. I doubt it, but who knows? Are those either busted out or just open? I don't know, but these are boarded. The thumbnail made me think that it wasn't. This property is scheduled to be demolished. 3 beds, 1.5 bath. Major repairs needed. Well, see, they're being honest, if you ask me. Straight out with that. Major repairs needed. I think that's how they all ought to be. But that's a shame. They let these old places just go and go and go until they have to reduce them to rubble, and all they're good for then is a lot. The sell maybe around 1,000 or more or less. Who knows? But see, when I hit this back button, I'm going to have to redo that whole thing. And they shouldn't do that. Assessment value. Max price, $6,000. Back to that. Square footage. I guess I could get by on writing for the max bathrooms 2.5. Max bedrooms 3. Apply. And turn off the map again. See what I mean? That was the one we just came from. A lot of these are in such bad shape. But see, I had seen some fairly decent looking ones. I don't have those up right now. And we looked at this one in the previous video. These with all the bush and brush, you don't get a good street view. You have to jiggle it around like I did that last one to be able to find an angle to see, because the camera view just does not go through all that. And I mean, I see their point clearly too. I don't know. This was a little A-frame, but see, you can see those are boarded. What's this one? Dunbar. That looks to me like a warehouse. Let's take a look just for say, Oh dear. Oh man. Also see the land bank property record for 3400 Oakley. So there's like one next door that needs to be demolished. And that wouldn't be the case if they were more on the ball. I'm sorry to say, they're just not on the ball. Well, you get the drift of how to work this, so I'm going to cut out for now. Thanks for watching. It's been fun.